We've broken it down from every angle. It is now time to make our picks. Super Bowl 60. It is the Patriots. It's the Seahawks. It's this weekend. So, who we got? Let's break it all down. Super Bowl 60 is here, and it is the Patriots taking on the Seattle Seahawks this weekend. Like I said, we've broken it down a ton. We're going to have a bunch of videos out, a bunch of podcasts out, broken it down from every angle that I could think of. So what are now the key parts of this? Let's start with when Seattle has the football. One of the big things is going to be the run game for the Seattle Seahawks. This is a good New England defense. We've talked about the easy path that they have had with the quarterbacks that they have faced. It's still a talented unit. Like I still think if they had faced a murderer's row of opponents, there would it would be, the numbers would be different, but this would still be a good defense. Like there's no denying that, I don't think. Anyway, but it's a very good Seattle offense. So that's going to be an interesting. It was one of the matchups we said to watch for is the run game, specifically, I guess, Kenneth Walker going up against the New England. Actually, maybe, I don't know if we made that a matchup to watch, but I'm making it one now. Kenneth Walker and this running attack going up against New England. That could be him out of the backfield as well. And the classic announcer trope of, well, that's just an extension of the run game, which I'm joking about it. I've said that on football broadcasts before. So guilty as charged, I suppose. But that's going to be important. You can't. Sam Darnold, it's been an amazing renaissance, and it's been a really cool story, but you also, he is not someone where the defense can be fully geared on him, and you can have a successful day if you're the Seahawks. So Walker needs to be someone who is very involved in the game plan, and needs to be someone who is very effective to get things moving a little bit more for Seattle. The thing that I am the most interested about is what happens when with Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Again, Patriots, they have a good defense, but JSN is a different animal, and we've talked about it this week. This is a New England team that has struggled against those high-level receivers, and I mean, they're high-level receivers, so does everyone, but they haven't faced a ton of them this year, but when they face guys who you could consider number one receivers, they have struggled. Myers, your mileage may vary on him, but he was the number one with the Raiders. He had a good game. It was Drake London had a really strong performance against them as well. Chris Olave had a really good game as well. Zay Flowers was all right in this one. So they have kind of struggled against the upper echelon of NFL wide receivers, and make no mistake about it, JSN is in the upper echelon of receivers. He's in the penthouse, no doubt about it. So what do they do to try to slow that down? I'm really fascinated by this. Do they put Gonzalez over on Kupp and then just double team JSN on the one side? Do you put your main guy on him? Do you kind of float it around, mix things up a little bit? I'll be really interested to see what happens there, because if he just gets going, if he has another game like he had in the NFC title game, New England doesn't have a hope of winning this game. I don't see it. They need him to not be the biggest player and the best player in this game, or New England does not have a hope or a prayer of competing in Super Bowl 60. The New England Patriots, when they have the football, the key is going to be over at left tackle with Will Campbell, who has had a number of issues throughout the postseason in just dealing with, now again, some high-level pass rushers, but you're going to deal with that with the speed and athleticism that the Seattle defense can bring. So how is he going to be able to handle all of that? And how is New England going to be able to adjust if he isn't able to really hold up his end of the bargain over on the left side? I think Ramondre Stevenson's going to be very interesting in this game. That was actually one of our key matchups to look at because of the success that Blake Corum and Kyron Williams had running the ball in the NFC title game. Ramondre Stevenson could be a big factor in this. The big one for Seattle, we've talked about it throughout the week, they cannot let New England get this big play offense going. You're probably not going to stop it 100% of the time. They get theirs. Drake Maye throws a really good deep ball, and Kayshon Boutte runs really, really quickly. It's a good combination to have. So you're not going to be able to put the top on that one all night long. But the longer they can keep it bottled up, I think you're perfectly fine accepting that that this offense is going to get moving. But if we can keep them and force them into those 11, 12, 13, 14 play drives, at some point the kid's going to make a mistake. At some point, we're going to force the kid into a mistake. If I'm Seattle on their sideline, that's what I'm saying. We're going to force this dude into making a mistake here at some point. We're just too good not to. And that's the way that they kind of do it. He is going to get his with his legs. That's just it's not something that a defensive coordinator is going to be thrilled to accept, but that's just something you have to accept when it comes to this one. It's then like, how do you kind of contain that? How do you bounce back from it? How do you recover from it? And try to figure it out there. So I have been all week very strongly suggesting that I think Seattle wins this one. And there was someone in the comments that was saying, like, everyone keeps sleeping on the Patriots. And I will admit, I'm sleeping on the Patriots. And clip this, whatever, when the Super Bowl is done. If the confetti is the color of the New England Patriots and it's falling down, the ones that are in the shape of the Lombardi Trophy, which is still, it's a dumb thing, but it's really cool for me. Not the point. When that's all falling down, and it's the Patriots who have won, you can clip this and call me an idiot. I don't think this is close. I think 4.5. Honestly, the thing that gives me the most pause is Vegas having this at 4.5. It's like, what are they seeing that I'm not? Because I thought that Seattle was going to open up as about a touchdown favorite. And when they didn't, I thought, okay, that line's getting bet up throughout the next couple of weeks. But it's stuck around 5.5, 4.5, basically this whole time. That's the thing that gives me pause. But I just look at it. When Seattle has the ball, I think they have an offense that is built in a way that can take advantage of where New England hasn't really been taken advantage of before. And they have a defense that can continue some of the struggles that Maye has had in this postseason. Incredible regular season. Came very close to winning an MVP, and deservedly so. But in these playoffs, he has not been overly effective, and they have just had the good gosh darn fortune of facing some teams and some quarterbacks that haven't been able to take advantage of his mistakes in the way that I think the Seattle team does. Styles make fights. I think this is a really tough matchup for the Patriots. I don't see them being close in this football game. I like Seattle. I like them by a bunch. I think that the Seahawks are going to win Super Bowl 60. That's my pick. I think they're covering the 4.5. We'll get to best bets a little bit later on, but that's a little bit later on in the week. Sorry, but that's where I'm going right now. If you're a New England fan, I'm sure there's a disagreement. What am I not seeing? Let me know in the comments, or just back me up. Let me know in the comments, and we can all chat about it in there. And while you're at it, if you want to share this with a Seahawks fan and be like, yeah, we got it. Or if you want to share it with the Patriots fan in your life, be like, heh, told you. You can, or share it with them after and you can all make fun of me. Either way, hit that share button and let them know where you can get in on the conversation. We have some great chats in the live chat. Would like to get that going a little bit more in the comments. A lot of that's on me, but either way, want more people involved in these things, want to keep growing the channel, and you guys sharing the video sure would help out a long way.